We need to have a serious conversation about Real Madrid because the aftermath of losing another cup final to Barcelona has been insane. We're seeing so many different reports coming out. I'm seeing news that Carlo Ancelotti, after this season, will be headed to the Brazil national team. They're saying that he's basically been sacked. He will be here for the next few La Liga matches, and then once the season domestically is officially over, he is gone. He won't even be here for the Club World Cup. We're also getting reports about several of our players getting lengthy bans because of how they reacted at full time. Rudiger, Jude, Vazquez, they might be cooked. And now that I've had more time to think about what we saw during that Copa del Rey Final, it angers me more how the club have acted. Since when have we become Victim FC? Always complaining, always throwing a tantrum when things don't go our way. I'm still waiting for Real Madrid TV to apologize to that referee because I think he called a very fair game. If anything, when I've looked back at the match, you could make the argument that Barcelona could have had 2 penalties. So why are we acting the way that we are? There's so many things that we're going to get into during this video. I need you to get in the comment section and let me know what you think about what took place during that Copa del Rey final. What did you think about Real Madrid's actions leading into that game? Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those post notifications. But we gotta talk, because before I get into any of the Carlo news, before I talk about the possible bans that our players will be receiving, let's just take a quick reflection on the match. Once again, Real Madrid losing another cup final to Barcelona. We just have to hold our hands up and say it how it is. Barcelona this season are better than us. They beat us fair and square. The ref was not against us. VAR was not against us. We just lost to the better team. That's just what it is. I'm tired of hearing all these excuses and all these Real Madrid pundits and fans who are crying. Shut up. The time for talking is on the pitch. And we didn't do enough of that yesterday. We didn't do enough of that this season. Now Barcelona, they're on their way to possibly winning the treble. These guys might win the quad while we end this season with nothing to show for it. I know that we won the UEFA Super Cup. I know that we won the Intercontinental Cup. And that's fine. But in the business end of the season, look at how we went out. Like some hoes. Going down, crying. This is not going to be a match reaction because we still got to talk about Carlo. I still want to talk about how some of my players acted yesterday. If you guys want to get my honest, raw opinions straight after the match, you got to go look at the reaction that I dropped. But we got to still reflect on it. 3-2. Barcelona were the better team. This game went 120 minutes. We got extra time. I'd say out of the 120 minutes that we played, Real Madrid looked like the better team for about 30 minutes. So for 100 minutes, or let's say 90 minutes, Barcelona looked like the better team. Barcelona in that first half were all over us. They absolutely dominated us in that first half. Pedri scored a good goal. And then in the second half, we responded. We played really well for a majority of that second half. Mbappe scores his first free kick. The subs that Carlo made were fantastic. I got to give him a lot of credit. Arda Güler was immense off the bench. Tchouaméni with a very good header. And then after we go up 2-1, everybody that was there on the watch along heard me say 2-1 is not enough. We need to go for the third goal. But instead of us applying that same pressure, once Tchouaméni scored, we sat back. And then it was all Barcelona from there. Lamine Yamal getting 2 assists. The one for Ferran Torres to equalize was amazing. Courtois coming off his line. What are you doing? And then we let Koundé score the winner in the 116th minute. But the main thing that I want to talk about in this video is the way that my players reacted. Because 3 of our players got red cards. Rudiger, Jude, Vazquez. And I think it's a disgrace. And I do not blame the ref. I mean, we all saw how Rudiger was reacting. We all saw how Rudiger was trying to basically attack this referee. Despite this referee calling a very fair game. Despite some favorable calls going in Real Madrid's way. I don't understand. Like, for those of you who do not know, right? At the end of the game, in about the 120th minute, Mbappe was making a run. And yes, Eric Garcia definitely flopped. The ref stopped the play. And then the Madrid players that were on the bench started going crazy. Rudiger throwing things at the officials. And then when he gets a red card, this guy is trying to charge the officials. I mean, we're going to look at a video later that shows everything. But before I continue even talking about the suspensions and things like that, let's address the news with Carlo Ancelotti. Because they're saying that after La Liga ends, Carlo will leave Real Madrid and become the new manager of Brazil. He will not be Real Madrid's manager for the Club World Cup, according to a lot of reports. Now, this is not official yet, right? The club have not announced it. Still waiting for Fabrizio to drop that "here we go" tweet as well. But we all know, right? I mean, the writing was on the wall for Carlo this season. We have been so shit for the last 9 months that there was no way that Carlo was going to be able to keep his job unless he won La Liga or the Champions League. And both of those, no, I'd say even if he won both of those, or even one, I feel like it still would have been time to go. This has been one of the worst seasons that I have watched. And Carlo is not the only one to blame, right? We'll talk about this a little bit more in a different video. But I think it's unacceptable the way that Carlo has managed us this season. His lack of tactics, right? His lack of in-game management. Having to rely on individual brilliance. The power of brotherhood to get us over the line. The fact that this guy wasted another season of Arda Güler's development. The way that he was so stubborn in playing Tchouaméni at center back when Raul Asensio was clearly our best defender. The way that this guy could not find a formation or a system that got the best out of our front three. There's a lot of things that Carlo has done wrong. And I think it is time for him to go. Now, for everybody that wants Carlo sacked right now, I think it doesn't make any sense. This is the right call. If the reports are true that Carlo will stay until the end of La Liga, then I agree with it. I told you, I want him gone before the Club World Cup. But I don't think that an interim manager makes the most sense right now. What is an interim manager going to do? Carlo Ancelotti is a legend. He's one of the most successful managers in football history. He is the most successful manager at Real Madrid. But enough is enough. The club had to respond off the back of seeing Barcelona dominate. I don't think Carlo is that good of a manager anymore. I don't know how well he will do at Brazil. I know that being a national team coach is very different to being at a club, right? Because with the national team, it's more like a part-time job, right? You're not going to really get a chance to instill tactics or a system with these players because you only see them for a handful of times throughout the season. So maybe as a man manager, he will do well for Brazil. Who knows? Maybe he will be able to get the best out of Vinicius, who's been struggling for his country. Same thing with the Rodrigo. We'll see what he does when he's their manager. But I am glad that he is leaving Real Madrid. I think it's the right call. Let him stay until the end of the La Liga season, and then you let him leave, right? Carlo does deserve some kind of send-off, okay? The guy has won way too much for us. And it sucks that it has to end this way, but it is what it is. Now, Florentino Perez, I think that he's definitely somebody that's been getting away with it for a little bit of time because, in my opinion, he's just not built the squad properly. A lot of the things that you see is all because of him. But with this Carlo news, look, I want to know what you guys are saying about him possibly going to Brazil and leaving Real Madrid. Now, let's talk about what we saw last night. Let's talk about the disgracefulness that these players shown us. So, again, 3 players got a red card. Jude, Rudiger, Vazquez. Now, the ref has, in his match report, put down why these 3 players were sent off. So, Bellingham, right, after the match, he approached the referee with an aggressive attitude, and he had to be held back by his teammates. Rudiger, he threw stuff at the officials, and then he also was approaching them aggressively, right? Vazquez, while the game was still going on, ran onto the pitch to protest. You cannot do that. That is a red card. So, to me, it's just crazy. I mean, like how the players were acting when the referee, I think, was very fair. But see, we have a very big issue at Real Madrid. The problem that we have is that our players are entitled. Our players are spoiled. Our players don't have any leadership in that locker room. You cannot act this way. Barcelona beat us fair and square. I have no issues. I can't come out here and say that Barcelona cheated. I can't say that the refs favored Barcelona. Could you imagine acting this way because you're losing? And you guys know I back the club. I back the players with a lot of things that they do. But it's getting out of hand. As I asked you at the beginning of this video, when have we become victim FC? The attitude is poor. I want to show you guys something. Look at how Rudiger was acting yesterday after he threw something at the referees and then got rightly booked for it. Let me show you. Because this is crazy. Look at this, chat. So, I mean, look, you see a member of Real Madrid's coaching staff holding him back. So, if this coach wasn't holding back Rudiger, what exactly was he going to do? Go up there and what? Punch the ref in the face? Slap him? What? Rudiger is going to get a very lengthy ban. Rudiger may miss the rest of La Liga. Maybe his suspension might carry over into next season. But he is going to get punished because how he was reacting yesterday is unacceptable. You lost fair and square. The time for you to want to fight was on the pitch going against Barca. He showed more fight against this referee from the bench than he did on the pitch. Look at this. Like, bro, this is not UFC. It's not. Like, look at how he's trying to go at the ref. I'm telling you something right now, bro. Rudiger is cooked. Rudiger is finito. What La Liga are about to do to him, what the Spanish Refereeing Association, whatever the hell, the RFEF, whatever the fuck they're called, what they're about to make an example out of Antonio Rudiger. That's what's about to happen here. I think Rudiger is going to get a very lengthy ban. As far as Jude and Vazquez are concerned, I think they'll also get a ban as well. Nothing like what Rudiger is going to, But I could definitely see Vazquez and Jude being suspended like 2 games. I think they're saying that the suspensions won't be in La Liga. It'll be in next season's Copa del Rey for Jude and Vazquez. Rudiger, I have no idea what's going to happen. But the attitude at the club is very ugly. And I think it comes down from the president. Florentino Perez, I think, is the greatest president in sports history. But this season, it's been really bad. We're acting like spoiled kids, bro. I get that we're used to having things our way, but you can't act like that. And if you're going to act like that, then you better make sure that you win. So the fact that we lost and we acted like that, nah, man. Barcelona were by far the better team. Barcelona deserved to win. Barcelona have been kicking our ass all season. 4-0 at the Bernabeu. 5-2 in the Spanish Super Cup. 3-2 in the Copa del Rey Final. Everything that was riding on this game. We could have stopped Barca from winning the treble. We could have left this season with the trophy. This could have been Carlo's last trophy with us. And we go out there and we mess up. Look, man, my voice, I lost it after last night. I drank some tea. It's gotten a little bit better today, but I'm still fuming. The news that we're going to see over the next few days, it's going to be a lot of stuff coming out. I want to know how the club are going to respond in the summer. I want to know what players are we going to bring in. What players are we going to sell? A lot of these guys aren't good enough. A lot of these guys got to get moved on. What are we going to do? And I want to know who the next manager will be before the end of this La Liga season. I want a new manager at that Club World Cup. I don't want an interim manager during that tournament. Bring me Xabi, bring me Jurgen Klopp, whoever it is. Make sure that it's wrapped up before the Club World Cup starts. Big up to the damn chat, though, every single time. Make sure that you guys get in that comment section and let me know what you're thinking about anything that I talked about. Real Madrid this season, absolute disgrace. One of the worst seasons that I've seen since I've been a fan. 10 years, bro. And this is up there as one of the worst. 18-19 was terrible. Zidane's last season, mid. No trophies. It was just bad. And now this season enters that conversation as well. But yeah, smash that like button, subscribe, get in the comment section, and don't forget to join that Discord. The link is pinned down below.
Let there be carnage.